no code project. We're going to be reviewing all different types of things. Elgato Facecam. We're going to be talking about brand new software from Product Hunt. So let's begin. Again, hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. We had some technical difficulties, but we're live now. So let me know where you're watching from, all of that kind of good stuff. If you're on YouTube, all of those things. So we're going to be talking about this. And again, we're going to be reviewing today. I got some things that I want to look at, some new no-code tools that came around and taking a look at. So we're going to be talking about that today. If you have any questions or something like that, if you have a very specific platform that you're working on or project, let me know in the chat as well, because I'll be, reviewing your questions and all those things. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about, excuse me. I'm going to be looking at about 3 different platforms. I'm going to be looking at UI Flow Studio, which is interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. This is this one over here. Then we're going to be looking at No Loco, which is interesting. Build a tailor-made client portal. And they've got some interesting things going on there as well. And I think I'm going to be looking at Ycode. Yeah, ycode.com. So we got quite a few different ones. So let's go through an intro of what they are and then talking about like what we're going to experiment with. So the first one, UI Flow, talks about taking an idea to production has never been easier. Build software at the speed of thought. I signed up for it. We'll take a look at it. It looks like it has logic-based right here in components. Perfect no-code platform for enterprises. So security and scale, backend, agnostic, access your data no matter where you are or what it is. Enterprise infrastructure, custom components, version control, which is interesting. Let's see, flow, previews, work with anything. So you can use Firebase, Stripe, Twilio. Okay, so sounds pretty interesting. We're going to give it a try. Same thing with No Loco. We're going to enter and sign up and see what it looks like. And then also, too, I've been seeing this a lot on Twitter where people have been talking about Ycode as the best of both worlds with like Figma and Bubble. Like it looks the best. We're going to take a look at it. So those are the 3, I think. If you have other ones, let me know in the chat if it's something like that. And then also, too, what else am I doing? Build Base. I started finding this new program called Build Base. I really like it. Now, this is more development. It's different things going on. Right now, I'm learning about Twitch APIs and Next.js. That's pretty cool. So if you're interested, I can send you an invite. But interesting things. It's a lot of projects I'm interested in. It leans into more low code and just straight up coding. But again, working on some new things. So we might look at it. So let's go one step at a time. Let's take a look at UI Flow. I signed up for it. Let me log in and try to get it. So we're going to start with UI Flow. Let me sign in to see if I got the invite. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Signed up, confirmed. I have too many emails. I know. This is my junk one, guys. Was it UI Flow? Did I not get an invite for this? No kid devs. So I still haven't gotten an invite yet. Okay, signed up, confirmed. I just can't get access yet. So let's talk to him on Twitter and see if I can get an access to it. Just follow them and message them. I'm liking the product. I'm liking. And can I get a? Can't wait. Hey, Dinosaurs World. Love to see you here. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, can't wait to try. Hey, can't wait to try out platform. Okay, so let's see if we can get that. All right, next up. So hopefully they'll respond back to me. Okay, let's go with the next one. Okay, no loco. Let's take a look. So you can book it. You got to book a demo. All these are so much in beta. Do I really want to book a demo? Let's see what the pricing is for this. $49 per month. Not bad. Unlimited portals, unlimited client users. If I'm going to be doing unlimited portals, I'd probably just use Softer, to tell you the truth. All in one for agencies billing. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this. This list is getting pretty low. Uh, Dinosaur World, what do you mean? What are we doing today, or what are we looking at? What platform? Okay. Let's see. Or what stream are you in? That's another thing too. Let's take a look. I just really don't want to sign up for it. All right, let's take a look at Y code. I think I did sign up for Y code. Let's see, Y code. Okay, I have. Thank you for signing up. Invitation. Okay, cool. I think I can just log in. I'm using the tips. Football 88. Awesome, 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 awesome. Great to see it. Let me know how everything's going for you. Let's take a look at Y code. Hold on, guys. So I'm going to look at Y code. I've got to see if I signed in for a moment. So Y code is a no code builder. Another one. If you look at it, the layout is very similar. I would say closer to like a Flutter flow or even like a Webflow as well. Again, layers, nothing out of the ordinary. Like the UI UX isn't crazy. It looks pretty traditional. So we're going to try to log in right now. I know I signed up for it a couple months ago. Totally forgot about it. Okay, thank you. Create your account. All right, let me sign up real quick. Doc. Okay, let's log in. Subscribe. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so it's verifying me by email. Let me go to my other email. I'm doing this on the side. Hey, what's up, Erica? Yeah, you're looking at no code platforms. Yeah, Dinosaur. What's up, Erica? How you doing? Okay, log in, create your first project. Okay, so we already did that. Okay, cool. So now that we're in Y code, let's log in. Before proceeding, click check your email for verification. We already did that. Let's see. I might have to sign out. Let's do another request. There we go. Verify your email. Verify email. Bam. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's take a look here. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Glad you're liking the channel, man. Thanks for all the support. Awesome. Great, 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 great. Okay, everyone. So what we're doing right here, phase one, what we're going to do is we're looking at Y code. So this is a no code builder, a slick visual editor, built-in user authentication. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Making this the no code builder that puts you in control. Okay. So full stack visual no code app builder where things make sense. complete website or development of web apps. You're in control. Let's take a look at the pricing, by the way. Project plans, 0, full design, custom code, so I can't have that, custom SSL, branding removal. Okay, so can have 5 pages, 5,000 visitors. Database entry is 100. That's pretty low. It's pretty low, depending on what I'm trying to do. But now what is the paying one? $39 a month to basically unlock everything. Form, file upload, Airtable integration, external APIs. So baseline, it's basically going to be $39. Can you make games here? Dinosaur World's asking. Depends on what kind of games. If I was really going to try to make games in no code, I'd actually go with buildbox.com. Yeah, Buildbox is going to be the one. You can build out no code games in no time. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't try to do it on Y code necessarily. Buildbox.com. We've seen tons of mobile games being made. I would just start there. Yeah, great idea. Let's see. Football is talking about. I ran into some issues with connecting the custom domain, and Beezer support was so cool. Got it fixed in 2 minutes. I love it. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you could do it in Buildbox. Not a big deal. You could do it. Chorus, copyright, things like that. In Godzilla, make sure that you're using kaiju or something so you won't get sued. But Buildbox, you can use something like that. Yeah, man. In football, 88. Yeah, I think Beezer is going to be. I mean, it's a great pick. I'm glad that you're liking it. Keep me posted on everything. Okay, so let's take a look. So let's go into Y code for a moment, and let's try just creating a project. I like the sleek interface. They have documentation over here. Let me pull this up. Let's click the button. Okay, so we can start from scratch, start with a blank canvas, and build exactly what you want. Business template, a great foundation for the most common components. I'm just going to do probably the template. Let's see. Let me switch it over to English. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so very basic. Looks like a basic website. Not bad. Let's just use the template. I'm going to say beta test for Y code. Let's see, let's take a look. Got to delete some things. Got way too many windows open. Okay, so we're opening this. Not bad. All right. Got to move some things. Okay, so let's. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Broken down, very similar to like any. If you're Photoshop or you're looking at something like Builder or Flutterflow, it pretty much structured the same exact way it looks like so far. Let's see. So we have layers here, which would be controlling the visuals, very similar to visual editor, you know. Oh, MC. Okay. Okay. Hello. Great to see you. Okay. So we have layers here. We have sections. Okay. So each section has its own little container. The container right here, the nav bar. Okay. The navigation. Then if we hit navigation, we can look at the design and settings of the navigation here. Okay, not bad. Heading, so we can look at the sizing, all that stuff, background, so we can make some changes right here. Not bad at all. So the basics, and if we're looking from top to bottom, this is breaking down the website or the web page from the top all the way to the footer. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so this is probably a database over here. Oh man! First of all, Global Law Media. Hold on a second. Where's my super chat?
Super chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Trying to keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And if you need anything, just let me know. Any questions? Great stuff. Okay. I'm gonna do one more. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Not necessary, but I really do appreciate the donation. So we have the database right here. So it says create local database or external API. This is interesting. So we can use Airtable. Now it says create workflow. Okay, so I can click here to create an event. General page is loaded, elements clicked. Okay, so we build out what's happening. So it's the logic base. Pages. This allows us to see how many pages we're going to be using. Pretty simple. If we're using a if we're building a website or something like that. Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. All right, what else we got? Down below, that's all files, images, icons. So this is going to be like our inventory as we're building out. All components, member navigation, value card, colors. So this is breaking down how we're going to be using colors. Okay, not bad. And settings. What do we have? Authentication, user authentication. We can enable it. Custom code. And we can do email confirmation. Not bad. Okay. Okay. So again, building something out very similar, probably page by page like Webflow. Now let's see if we can just see if we preview this. Okay. So I add that. Okay, so I can add things, the plus signs right here for different sections, columns. Where are my columns? Let's see, containers. Okay, not bad. Sections. All right, now it's really not that bad. Now, how do I add? Can I just visually add things? No, I'll probably wait until the plus sign. Where's the plus sign? Do I have to do it inside the container? I just saw the plus sign right there. Let's see. Could you set up a small business of selling 3D things with this? Or is it not the right tool? I probably wouldn't. Selling 3D things, probably not. It depends. So are you saying creating the marketplaces to sell 3D things? I'd probably use something else. Any ideas on blockchain no code tools? There's actually a few. Let's see about the buttons here. Let me see if they have a starting video. Okay, so it's pretty standard. Nothing out of this world. Let's see. Introduction, basic coding. Okay, coding with Y code. It's good to know the concept of coding, but to become a great node coder, you just remember the information. Yeah, that's great. Getting started though. I wish they had a prompt. All right. This is interesting. So, I mean, they're just getting started. I wonder if they have videos. Let's see if they have YouTube videos. Cloning projects, adding custom domains. Let's see what they got. I'm gonna get back to football. There is a no code blockchain thing. Hold on one second. Let me look it up. I had to go to my Twitter account real quick. It's okay. This is okay. I'm not thrilled with it. Maybe because I don't know. Like, say for instance, if I'm looking at something like Softer, I like a lot because I can just move very fast. It's just I'll have to learn this workflow. It's okay. It's I can see the appeal. I mean it's not anything out of the ordinary. I think that has potential, but I don't see anything that jumps out at me saying that like this is going to be the best, platform. Let me look at the features. Integrated database, dynamic elements. Yeah. Like what makes this different than okay, so it says drag and drop builder, create pixel perfect websites and web apps. Okay. Without any knowledge. Okay, so if I'm in here, I just want to know the workflow. If I'm in this section, okay, I'm in this container navigation, I'm in this. So can I visually change things out? So I'm in this heading. Okay, so experience. Can I add emojis? So I can visually just build it like that. But all right, I'm gonna come back to this in a little bit. I don't know. It's just okay. Okay, so I can add things and change it out. Let's see, click this. But I would want if I have this like this visually, I wish I can just add sections like visually right there. If I'm not, where am I being prompted to add? Just little things like that. That's all. That's all. Let's see. Looking up for no code blockchain. Hold on. I just saw something the other day about this. Oh, gotta go catch the rest of the replay. No problem. Okay, thanks so much for being here. Blockchain no code. Hold on. Blockchain no code. Just saw it. Hold on one second. Let's see. I have someone that just sent me this. Hold on. Trying to find a Twitter handle. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I've got a bunch of different websites for this. Let's see. Crypto tips. Let's see about this. Hold on. See, I've got a couple different crypto websites. Dot DeFi orientation. Okay, let's see. Man, I forget I have burner landing pages. Where is this? Try roll? Is try roll? I've got to get organized. Role in blockchain infrastructure for social money. Build in public. Table, how NFTs bring realness to here. Table of screen NFTs. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, also too, about 3D images to sell. Rare rooms, your collection. Okay. So this is a couple different things. It depends on what you're trying to do. Who asked me this in the chat? Talking about like selling 3D things? Yeah. So there's a couple things depending on what you're trying to do. Who asked me about MC, I believe? So there's a couple different ways if you're selling NFTs or what people are doing. Some people are actually creating virtual rooms and then being able to sell from there. Some people are trying to have a whole marketplace if they're selling 3D, like say for instance, like CAD, um, three-dimensional mock-ups or stuff like that. If you're selling it for like 3D printing, depends on what you're trying to do, or if you're going the route of like selling like an art museum, your 3D piece of work. Depends on what you're talking about. Let's see. Yeah, if you copyright, yeah, if you get copyrighted, it depends what's going on and what they're doing. Yeah, good question. Okay, so football, it kind of depends on what you're trying to build and what you want to do with crypto and no code. There's a couple different ways to start. Let's see. There is a couple different articles we're going to be or projects we're going to be working on, especially with like blockchain coming up. It's going to be more low code than anything like straight up no code. There are a couple different, and it depends if you're doing like smart contracts or what you're trying to do. We're going to be talking about a lot of this starting this week. There's something called Build Space, and it's talking about like building a Pokemon NFT trading center using Ethereum, smart contracts, and Solidity. So next week we're going to talk about like building things out in Solidity, those kind of things. The other project we're working on is the Twitch dashboard. So there's a lot of cool projects coming up with Build Space. I really like what they're doing over there. So it kind of depends if you're talking about like, yeah, blockchain no code tools. What exactly do you want to do? Is it smart contracts? What do you want to do? There's a lot coming up though, but it's going to be it's still going to require some kind of coding right now. So it depends on like the level of involvement you want to do, like what's the mechanics that you want, and then also too like what you're trying to do. Local marketplace with crypto is what I'm thinking of. Local marketplace. Yeah, if you're doing something with a local marketplace, you're not going to be able to do it at this time with no code. Not not right now. There could be in the next things are moving very fast, but I haven't seen it yet. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just haven't seen it yet. But a lot of the times when you're making things like Rarible or something like that, let's go look at Rarible. I think this is all appropriate. Yeah. If you're doing something with Rarible where you're selling NFTs and then this is actually like a marketplace for it, and the way that you're coding it, you're going to have to do some kind of coding, especially with right now in contracts and everything, and to make it something like viable. Like Rarible is a good example. Like this isn't possible with just doing it in no code right now. Does that make sense? There's too many things going on. The structure that you need to code it right now. That doesn't mean it can't happen in the future, but yeah, for right now, it's not possible. But again, next this week coming up, we're going to be talking about what we're doing, how we're coding it, things like that. Again, we're usually leaning towards no code, but there's certain things that we have to do if we want it to be possible. We just got to code it. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. But if there's something very specific, let me know. Let's see. Roll is a blockchain infrastructure for social money, earn and redeem, create an account. See what it is. Say hello to Roll. Roll Network mints branded digital tokens unique on to your online presence, allowing you to own, control, and coordinate the value you're creating. Yeah, okay. So this is a little bit different than what would you need for it. Yeah. So actually, we'll be starting like, I'll let you know. I'll message you, or you'll see it in the channel and everything like that. I think you're part of the Slack. No, you're part of the Discord. So we're going to be announcing it, but we're going to go step by step with everything, with everything crypto. We're going to be building it from scratch, how to do contracts, how to do all of these things. We're going to be using this Ethereum builder. So it's like a sandbox, which just means you're able to test things out to see if it works. All of those things. Yeah, we're gonna be doing all that stuff. Your part? Yeah. So you'll see, you will announce it first off to the Discord group when we're gonna go live. But yeah, we're gonna do something with that. And again, like I'll show you the project that I'm working on right now. So right now we're building out like APIs. Now this is more on the side of again, this is everything to do with coding, but there's still a lot of things you can do with no code to mock up or to get to a point and then do things with coding. So there's a couple different things. I'm not you'll hear me say it kind of depends on the case study or the use case every single time. I'm not going to tell you like everything can be accomplished in no code, but you can do a lot of things to get you up to speed before you needed to to go to no code, to go to coding. You can do a lot with no code. Excuse me. Vice versa. There's some things that you just can't right now. Like I said, if I'm doing something with Solidity, or I'm doing something with, and I'm trying to do something with like Ethereum or something like that, you need to code right now. Like that's just one of the prerequisites. So as you can see, I'm going to be bringing this in a second. Okay, so right here with build space, I'm building out a Twitch, a Twitch dashboard. So this is my notes right here. So this is a bit of coding, but I'm going step by step. I actually like how they make the course a lot. Let me exit the course. So right now it's build a personalized Twitch dashboard and then building a W3 app with Solidity and Ethereum smart contracts. Those are the two things I'm doing. So I'm in this course right here, and I just built out so I'm building right here. Welcome to a personalized Paintifier dashboard. I'm building this right now, and then I'm using Replit. Am I saying it? Replit? Replit? I always forget how to say that. But right now, I'm building this out right now in their courses. So, like, say for instance, right now I'm at the stage of I've already set the environment. I think I've already. No, I'm right here. I'm right here. So I got to watch these videos today, and then I'm going to be building out the dashboard. And then Friday, we're going to be starting to work on Ethereum. So yeah, let's take a look at this. And again, if anyone has any questions, their projects, something's going on, let me know in the chat as I'm building this out. So I'm just looking at my homework and what I'm doing in this course and seeing what happens. But if you have any other things, let me know. Let's see. Let me move this. Let's see. Let me move over here. Okay, let's read this real quick. So I'm building a user interface. It's time to get started writing some code. I want to begin this lesson by telling you that everything I build has my own personal touch. I may think something looks awesome, but awesome that you think doesn't. This is the time in your project to be creative as you want. I'm here to help provide you with some steps and some ahas and keep moving. Shall we go? So right here, I'm still learning the structure of what I need to do. Let's see. I was talking about the center of your project is going to be the inbox, which makes sense. And that just means I'm building a dashboard where I can look at my favorite streamers. So I'm building something that looks like this. They're going to be able to enter. I'm going to say, who do I want to watch on Twitch? And then be able to see if they're live or not. And I can see my favorites. So let's see what it says. Okay, so I've already put in my index file. Okay, that's fine. All right, next thing. Okay, so when I run my code, I can now see my input field in the button. Yeah, Twitch channel, add streamer. Want to learn a little more about render methods? Check this out. Now, he just did this video, I think. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay, so he's talking about how he's structuring his code in his index file. I still have to learn about this, about learning how to section it out, because he's talking about rendering and then making different actions. I haven't learned how to do that yet. So that's next. I wonder if he's going to go into that. No sound. No sound. Let me see about this. That's terrible. Hold on. Audio. Automatically adjust mic, studio, echo cancellation. Let me put this real quick. Audio. How to play audio from browser in StreamYard. Dude, can we do this? Click share screen, list of options, click share screen button, Chrome tab, share audio. Let's do this. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me go back. Remove. Let me share my screen again. Stop share. All right, let me share again. Window. See, it allows me to. Oh, Chrome tab. Share audio. Okay. Let's try this. Share audio. Chrome tab. Just look at this. Let me know if you can hear this. It still can't. You still can't hear it? Are you serious? Weak. Hold on one second. That's terrible. Let's see. How is it? Settings. Share screen. Yep. To share audio with your screen, you must click the share audio box. Yeah. You go share. Yep. You do tab, share audio. To share. Yeah. Did that. Still no audio? Let me know. No one can hear it. It's terrible. Hold on. We're going to try this one more time. One more time. Let's try it. Remove. Stop share. Stop screen. Okay. Share screen. Entire Chrome. Okay, so it says, look at this. Share audio. Let's try this again. Build space. All right.
Some HTML, the course where I add these little snippets of videos just to describe a little bit more instead of writing it all out in text. I think will be a lot more useful for you. And then you'll be able to see it in real time with me here. And so for this first one, I wanted to talk about this thing here, this render method. This is something that is a personal preference to me. What I like about it is I can separate out a bunch of my UI code in one function or one method to actually render this thing out on my page. So pretty much render form, all it's doing is returning some HTML, which is our div with our form inside of it. And you can see on line 24 here, we're actually just calling it. And so once this component renders, it will actually call this method.
Are people hearing this? Let me know in the chat, please. I don't want to. I mean, I'm watching. I'm writing notes, but like, can anyone hear this, or is it just me?
And it will render that HTML inline here. So you'll see right here on the right, we have our Twitch channel name, our input, and our button, which is everything that this form is doing. Again, this is something I prefer. The reason why I prefer doing it is because when you start having a lot of UI in one component, and sometimes UI doesn't necessarily need to have its own component, I like to go ahead and separate it out just like this. It's much easier for me to find later on and edit it if necessary. So Hope that helps.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That kind of helped, but that kind of didn't help me. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. And the reason I feel that way, that was really helpful if I still had a basis of what that was. For example, I'm trying to figure out how to create this code. See, okay, I don't mind that they have this and they tell me be creative, but if I don't have a basis of how to structure writing that type of code, it should just be a copy and paste. Should be a copy and paste. I understand that they want me to be creative and think about it myself, but I've never written this section. So I would wish that I had a section where they would break down how I would make that kind of code decision. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense what he's saying, that he's basically saying when he's writing in the index file right there and he's making this program, he's separating. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me zoom in. He's saying that as he's building like action, it seems like it's getting smaller. How did that happen? So right here where he's saying actions or states, he's writing out code that then assists with that exact action. So he's writing out. So if you're looking at something like a no code where it was like visual workflows for what you're trying to do, the coding is just telling it what to do directly through like writing the code of what to do. Let me give you an example. I'm in AppGyver. Going to sign in. Or I could have done this with Glide too. Look, I'm talking about this coding. People are just dropping off. People like, I don't care a thing about this. Teasler, what did you ask about? Sorry about that. Let me know what do you. Yeah, so it kind of depends. Personalized advice for like, so we do it with. So I do consulting or I do group coaching. Is it something with a specific question? So that's my producer. Um, so I usually don't get. Well, it's not that I don't get hired. The thing is, we work with very specific. All right, so I'm just letting you know you can hire, but we start at 10K a month, easy. So like that's the minimum. So it kind of depends on. We only work with either enterprise or startups that are funded. If that is something that interests you, yeah. I just yeah, that's where it starts. So if you could send it again, yeah. I mean that's just we don't do anything lower than that. And that's why I'm like I would just refer you to someone else at this level because for the most part we only work with enterprise or we do very custom things and we have 5 clients right now. And so for the most part unless it's and then we still do a pre-screening. That doesn't mean that people hire us right off the bat. We pre-screen to see if we're going to work with them. So if it's that kind of budget, let me know. If not, just let me know like what you're trying to do and then we'll refer you to someone else. Yeah. Yeah, just let me know. And then the group, if people just want to know about that, yeah, yeah. Sako, first of all, Sako's in the house. I didn't forget about you. I saw that you messaged me. I was streaming though. I'm gonna message you right after this. First of all, if anyone doesn't know about Sako, Sako is awesome with everything Webflow, and then he has a new product coming out. We're gonna be talking about it a lot. Restep.io. Okay, it's gonna change the game. It's gonna change the game. I'm gonna put in the chat right now. So this helps you. It's gonna revolutionize no code. It really is. That's gonna help you be able. It's gonna be tracking all the things that you do to create certain projects, and then you're gonna be able to recreate that automatically. It's in our big bets. We have 3 big platforms in 2021 in no code that's gonna change the world. definitely Restep's going to be one of them. If you want to know more, join the beta. The link's down below for restep.io. Yeah, it's going to do some crazy stuff coming up. Crazy stuff. Yeah, Sako's the man. And coming up, we'll be doing something with Maker Day next week. So we'll get all those details. But yeah, we're going to be previewing, doing all that kind of stuff. But Sako's the man. Go follow him on Twitter. And Restep's just going to be crazy. Restep's going to be crazy. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll message you, by the way, right after this. I haven't forgot about you. I haven't. I really haven't. Yeah. So again, we have the class. What we have also too. Good times. Football. Yep. Just joined. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We have them, Pelterion, and what is it? I always forget how to say the name. Contronic. No, I can't spell. Contronic. I have to look on YouTube, but those are one of the threes. Yeah, definitely. You're wonderful, man. How do I not know how to say that word? Hold on one second. Now this is gonna bother me. Where is it? How do I say that for APIs? Low code. Let's see. Canonic. How can I? Man, Canonic always gets me. Yeah. So the three big bets, I think, Restep, Canonic, and then Pelterion for 2021 and no code. Like those are going to be the three biggest platforms ever. Like for this year, it's going to be really crazy. And the reason I say that is Restep's going to change how people decide to share projects and be able to create things. Canonic is one of the craziest platforms that allows you to create APIs and database calls. It's just insane. So bottom line, I can create the protocol for API calls. I can also create the structure to create a database, and then I can hook it up to any kind of external source so it starts building out my database. It's going to be like Canonic's crazy. And then Pelterion, number one, it's all about machine learning and AI. They have probably one of the best starter courses on AI out there. And you can integrate it with Google Sheets, Google Cloud. I mean, the list goes on to do some crazy stuff. So those are the three biggest like platforms. We're doing a whole video about them in like 2 weeks. Hands down. I'm sorry, I got a little bit a little sidetrack. I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh yeah. Sorry. Sako comes into this place, and then I just lose my mind. What was I talking about? Yeah. So again, yeah. Oh yeah. So I was like, yeah. So we don't usually get hired to do work unless it's enterprise or it's startups that are well funded. But we do have a group of, if you're trying to learn and you want a support group, we do group coaching, things like that. But other than that, we don't do one-offs. We don't do freelance work, anything like that. There's a tons of other great developers that we can refer you to and all those things. We're building out our own directory. So if you need help with that, yeah, hit us up. We'll go from there, but we don't get hired to do anything else. Yeah, or we're just building our own things like this. Yep. Let's see. But if it's something, let me know your email address. I'll talk to my producer and we'll refer you to who we would suggest. But yeah, we probably wouldn't do it. Yeah, hit me up at Doc. But it's got to be like, I'll do one email to connect you or something like that. But other than like advice and things like that, we do paid consulting one shots that are 20 minutes in length. Starts at 275, and it's a recorded video. So you tell me what you need. I'll send you back a detailed response, all those things. Yeah, let me you can hit me up. Brandfactorinc.com. Yeah. Yeah. So Sako is saying, how do you deal with platform overload? That's a really good question. The main thing that I look at, and there's a video that we put out, I actually don't look at platforms too much. I mean, I do for review and for this kind of stuff. But if I'm really thinking about it, I'm looking at how I can make money as quick as possible and what do I need to have? What tool do I need to accomplish that? So what I do is there's this thing, how to validate your side hustle in 1 hour. I only use this workflow. And so when I'm trying to create something and someone asks me like, "Hey, I want to," for the last like three weeks, people have been trying to like every day. People have been hitting me up like, "How would I create my own OnlyFans? How would I create my own Netflix?" Okay, so this is the whole thing. If you want to create that, like more power to you. That's not a problem. The real thing you have to look at is, does anyone want this, and have you validated that they're willing to pay for it? And that's the main way how I sift through what tool and everything like that. I don't even look at tools unless someone tells me like, hey, I'm trying to create this, what do I need? So then I just go through, okay, uh do people need my service? If I don't know, I'm pitching them, and mainly I'm looking towards sales side versus I'm just trying to build and tinker. And then I'm looking at, okay, what are people using right now? If people are asking me like, I want to create a task management or I want to create this, okay, what are they using now? They're using Asana and Monday. Why on earth are they going to use your platform versus Asana or Monday? And the reason I'm being that blunt is it allows you to move a lot quicker to make your type of platform different or something like this. Yeah. How do I contact potential entrepreneurs, businesses to make PWAs through Breezer? So, if you're trying to potential entrepreneurs and businesses, first of all, what kind of industry do you want to capitalize? If it's local businesses, like local businesses that need your help, I then pull up a directory, whatever country, state, province you're in, and then I map out every single kind of business that might need me. And then I'll look at what's going on with their website or their business, what they're missing. And then I'm going to say, hey, you're dealing with this. I have this solution. So I'm not even really showing them the app or anything yet. I'm going right step by step with that. Yeah. Sako saying, I agree. I have my primary stack and rarely break away from them. To be honest, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah. For example, why would I use anything but Webflow to create a straightforward website? Yeah, exactly. Like that's exactly right. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. I would like off the bat, like in for me, I know this seems like people like this is ridiculous. You can't do all our best converting websites for our MVPs have been in Notion. So all I use is Notion in paper form. I use Notion to build out my main like mock up, and then for my form to gather if they're going to buy, I'm using paper form because paper form I can take payments or I can put them through different sequences and all that. Yeah, who cares how many landing pages or site builders come out every day? Yeah, exactly right. Pick your lane. Yeah. So I use Notion and Paperform, and mainly because of Paperform, I do all of my other things on the back end. But that's mainly what I use. If I'm gonna do something like a quick mock-up that like someone needs like a marketplace or something like that, I'll use Softer because I can build it so quick. I can build it so much quicker than any other platform and it looks good. So that's my main issue. I mean, yeah. Other than that, you've seen it. Like through this in the last year, I think we've gone and reviewed over 350 tools at just this year. I mean, most of them we were just talking about Y code. Like I'm I'm okay with Y code. I like it. It's all right. It's not anything like I'm excited about. Yeah. We're treating no code tools like a one night stand. Yeah, it's okay. Like this is yeah, you find it no. Like the other thing is like and we were talking about this actually, Sako, you showed me this last year. Like BuildBox. I love the onboarding of BuildBox. Like if you're trying to create video games and you're trying to do something in no code, like BuildBox is the perfect thing. But like if you're trying to create a game and like you want to do a 2D scroller, you want to have like a game engine, things like that, before you go to Unreal Engine and do all these things, like I would say just learn BuildBox. Like so it really depends on the type of thing you're trying to create. Yeah, BuildBox is excellent. And I think it's one of the best onboarding experiences I've ever seen for a no code tool. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, I mean, in football, if you're asking, I mean, I think it just depends on what you're trying to do and really dialing in. But you know what's hilarious to me? Every video that I talk about, like, hey, just focus on you, those videos tank. When I do like review videos, like those are the biggest ones. When I'm like, this is the standard operating procedure to not get more no code tools, tanks. So I just stopped. I'm like, if people want to know, I'll send you the link. Like I'll send people the link of like how I approach it. But for the most part, you just got to look at where the money is. And I'm not saying to be money focused and you can't do anything. If you want to tinker and you're like, I'm just doing this for me, like good on you. Like just pick something that you love tinkering with. That's why a lot of people like Bubble and things like that, where it's expansive, it can go with those things. But if you're trying to bring it to market and bring a product market fit and move with purpose, you have to spend 85 to 90% of the time talking to customers and getting that right, and then finding what you need afterwards. You can almost do everything manually or to test drive it to mock up what you're trying to do. I mean, if you look at Instagram, which was a mobilized website when it first got started, all of those things, you're not doing a whole lot. You're just testing out the mechanics of what people want and what they don't want. Yeah, money buys the whiskey. That's exactly right. I love that phrase, actually. That's exactly right. It does. And I like whiskey and moonshine. No joke. So the thing is, you're gonna find something that allows you to move fast and then go from there. Yeah. FOMO is the issue. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. If I get too deep into the tool, what if something else comes back? Yeah, better. That's not what the way forward. No. Exactly right. So, and there's very strong. Like I'm very focused. It depends on what you're looking for, and I just don't recommend tools that much. I have to know what you're trying to do. And then I'll say, I would go in this direction, or I would think about this thing. And then that's it. Other than that, like go really deep into that. Like if you want to know anything about impressive Webflow or anything like that, go follow Sako on Twitter. And he's the man with that. Like anything with that. Like if people ask me, like, hey, can you do X, Y, and Z? No, like go see Sako. Like I'm that's not my lane. Like I know who's there and who you should follow. It's Sako. Like if you're looking at the project, I'm dropping his chat right here. If you want to go follow him and you want to go that direction, like just go follow him. I've done videos about Webflow, but like if you've noticed, I'll say like this is why you would do it, but I'm not I'm not in that lane. But like follow Sako, he'll do everything. Yeah. Well, thanks, Sako. No, you're doing great things. So that's just an example. Oh, I forgot to say it. There was this cool thing that I saw. Here's what your favorite apps look like when they were first launched. It allows you to see like what Snapchat looks like. Snapchat looks horrible, but like they show you Instagram. It shows you like Tinder what it first looked like. I think this is really important for people to understand like what version one looks like when they're trying to go to market. A lot of people are looking at this company that's been around like 10, 15 years. When you're looking at like, I want to be this company. Oh, am I not sharing? Hold on one second. Hold on. Stop sharing. Hold on. Oh, I was looking at different pages. Hold on. Let me bring this window. There we go. So right here, like Snapchat, how it used to look like, you can see how the mechanics were similar there, but they really changed the UI. I mean, look at the different, wow, it's a lot of the icons, but the same general mechanics. You can look at Tinder, how it first got started, right? Before they did the swipe. Uber. So a lot of times when you're building out these mock-ups or what you want to do, it's just really getting down to getting use cases, getting people to use it, see how you're going to make this profitable or sustainable at least, and then go from there. It's not going to be perfect. It's really not going to be perfect. And then go on from there. I went on a small tangent, but I really think that's important because once you're doing something like this, you can move in the right direction. You can move in the right direction, hands down. Okay. So in football, if I was going to look for businesses, like I said, go local, go for the city and state or wherever you are, go for a specific type of business. So if it's pubs, if it's bars, if it's a certain type of gym, massage, a massage therapist, if it's physical therapy, go very specific so you can see where you can have an unfair advantage, because once you get one client of a certain type or they like your product and service, then it's easy to get that referral buy-in, and then it's a flywheel. Then you're not setting up ads and spending all this and worrying about ad spend. You're organically growing and you're having a productized service and business because you're focusing on one type of app or one type of experience that you're delivering, and then you're hitting the ground running. Then you're golden. Let me know if that makes sense. And the same thing if I'm trying to bring up, like, some people are like, well, I want to create a streaming service. Okay. If you're going against a streaming service like Netflix, like anything, what makes you different? Now, if you look at it, there's some creators, look at Ebos Fox. He came out with like Curiosity Stream and Nebula. So like, okay, that's very specific. Let's look at Curiosity. I can't even spell. Okay, I can't spell this. Okay. So if we look at this is a great example. I might do a case study on this. I've already done one last year about this. So if you're looking at this, like thousands of documentaries. Okay, so number one, they're differentiating it because they're not just saying any kind of movie. They're saying we're going to be kings of documentaries. Now, if you're looking at this, we'll talk about Nebula in a second. Thousands of documentaries, award-winning exclusives and original, and they're trying to hit me with the price, which is pretty low. Yeah, $15 a year. But again, this is, and look how similar this is. Hold on. Where is this? Okay. Look at Disney Plus. And we're going to say Netflix. And then I'm going to say Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Take a look at Disney Plus. Take a look at Netflix. Let's talk about Crunchyroll. Okay. So this is going to really, and this, you can do this in any target demographic. Where is their shows? Let's see, shows. Or maybe it's premium. Sign up for premium. Let's look at their welcome premium. Yeah. So their premium. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So this is Curiosity Stream. Look at Netflix. Look at Disney Plus. They've changed it because they have a new release. Look at Netflix. Very similar, very, very quick. Now, if you're looking at Netflix is trying to get you to opt in and just sign up. And we're seeing here that they're just having above the fold just to sign up. Pretty basic format, though. Nothing crazy. But if you look at it, it's pretty similar. Almost very similar type of preview. And then they're just trying to get you to do it right here. Sign up now. They're dropping down here, and then they're telling me to select. Versus Netflix, they're just trying to get me to enter my email address. Again, Disney, pretty similar. They had something similar at the beginning of the year. But it's all the same pretty much format. If we're looking at Crunchyroll, go premium, get Xbox Game Pass for PC. Premium plans, very similar mock-ups, and then pricing. So the reason I bring that up is if you're going to go after a very target demographic that have huge players, you have to understand what makes you different. Crunchyroll, it's specific of a very specific type of demographic versus if I'm looking at Netflix, unlimited movies, TV shows, and more, because they have the inventory, so they can be more broad. Disney can be more broad, right? And they can tell you, like, they're flexing that they have all of the high profile brands under them. So Curiosity Stream and Crunchyroll, they have to stand out from the pack. So when you're creating your landing page or you're creating any kind of content, you have to clearly define what you're doing. So Sako came in right here when we were being asked. Someone just asked me, like, can they hire me? No, they can't hire me because I only work with a very specific group. I'm not a developer that's just at Upwork or Fiverr or something. You see what I'm saying? So you're taking yourself out of the pack. You're making something very specific, and then you're making yourself differentiated in the market. So that's what you're doing with your project. You can still do this with a mock-up design with any no-code project or anything that you're creating. For example, when we're doing landing pages, now it's not as fancy, so I'm just letting you know, but let's see. No business clarity in a box. So when we're doing this, if you're looking at this, let me make sure that I'm sharing the right thing. This is a Notion page. I'm clearly telling you what you're getting, systems and processes to launch, business clarity in a box. I'm doing the breakdown, and then I'm getting someone to buy. Again, this is just a Notion page. It's not the prettiest or something, but it's allowing us to move very quickly. And if people ask me different things, I can just edit it right there, and then I send it back out. But that's how quick we go out to market to sell things. Like right here, what it includes, you could be doing this football. If you're talking about like what you're going to be selling for your type of app for different type of local businesses, just do mock-ups right here and just say, this is what's included. We give you this kind of package. It will have notifications, push notifications. I will manage it for X, Y, and Z. And then you say yes or no. And down here, I'm usually saying, hey, either we can do a paid consulting session or we're going to do that. And the reason I'm doing paid consulting is not that I'm trying to make money right off the bat. I'm testing the person if they're willing to commit or they're at that point in their business that they're looking for a solution and not just having a conversation, because time is money. I don't have time to just have a conversation unless it's moving to a different direction, right? Or moving towards I'm going to get paid or something like this. Now, that's as you're moving with your agency and everything like this. Why do I like streaming? I like connecting, like helping people. I'm building things right here live, those kind of things. But if I'm in the mindset of getting clients, it has to be testing if they're in the right position to afford what you're about to do. And you're framing the conversation, what they're going to get, and a landing page, or for them to understand what your products and services are offering. It gives them a frame rate or a anchoring the pricing if they are in the right position or in the right place. If not, I tell people all the time, just go to Fiverr. I refer people all the time to go to Fiverr, because if they're looking for a certain price range, I'm like, no, you need to start there. And here's a couple people that I trust. Go pay them. Make sense? So yeah, this was a little bit of everything today. But again, I'll talk about all these other tools, but really that's why next week when we're talking about our new project with like Build Space and why we're doing stuff with Ethereum, the reason we're going to be talking about Solidity, I see a big need for developers and ones that are trying to do things in crypto in larger companies that are well funded. And so getting on the ground floor and showing people how to create smart contracts, that's why I'm going in that direction. Because not only am I going to have the best free material, it's going to now facilitate, if it's a right kind of fit, they'll hire me for consulting because I'll know exactly what to do. That's why we're doing it. And we're giving the rest away for free. Good times, good times. All right, everybody. So this was a good stream. Thank you for everyone that stayed and was watching and all this stuff. We're going to be back later on. Tomorrow, we're going to be releasing another episode. What are we releasing tomorrow? We're releasing Airtable versus Stackbee. I think that's going to be tomorrow. So you're going to be hearing about some new things. We've got some projects about Ethereum and smart contracts that's going to be announced later this week. Some things about streaming platforms. So we'll have all of those things. Again, thank you so much for staying and watching. You all are beautiful people. Have a wonderful day. And again, thank you for spending some time today with us. And we'll talk to you all soon.